Okay. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name's Hazik, and this is called Good Morning Millionaire. We're trying to improve ourselves, not just to improve ourselves, right? And to do that, sometimes it's heart set, sometimes it's skill set. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about mindset. We're gonna get into one of our mindset trainings this morning. This morning is all about character, y'all. So share this with somebody who matters. But right now it's check-in time, baby. Rep your city. You know, this is free advertising, free marketing for you. You get to rep what kind of business you have. Tell us how it helps people. We really interested in knowing how, not what you do for man, but what you do for mankind. You know what I mean? Like we ain't working for the man, we working for mankind. Do that make sense? So what do? How do you help the planet? Let us see it in the comments, baby. This could be the best Wednesday you've ever lived on planet Earth. You know, you got to embrace that. That could be a real thing. What's up, Michelle? This could be the best. This could be the best Wednesday you ever lived on planet Earth. Ain't that a fact? Good morning, Vivian. Let them know you in the house, y'all. Let them know what kind of business you have. Wilmington, checking in. I'm gonna be calling in on the live line in just a minute, but this is our time to kind of get the party started. Do me a favor and share this training in a messenger group, or share this with somebody you love. Share this with somebody who's in your crew. You know what I mean? I feel like the mindset trainings, sometimes y'all don't think they're as exciting as some of the stuff where I'm teaching you straight up sales or teaching you straight up branding. But nah, it's just as, listen to me. This stuff is exciting. This stuff is exciting because if you don't have a mindset, nothing else going to work, baby. That's what's going on. If you ain't got the mindset, the rest of the parts is almost like a waste of time, because your self-image determines how hard you're going. If you don't really see yourself as being bigger, you ain't going to work like it. You know, what my mentor always says, it like what you desire shows up in conversation, but what you believe shows up in behavior. Ain't that crazy? What you believe shows up in your behavior. That's why I tell them, when you're trying to lose weight, we talked about it on Kaizen Academy this weekend. When you're trying to lose weight, it ain't about the scale image. Believe it or not, it's more about the self-image. It's about how you see yourself, how you see things as they're going down. I'm going to go ahead and call in on this live line, but I hope y'all feeling good this morning, man. I really feel like every day, if we get a little bit better, man, we got this thing under control. Just a little bit better every single morning.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time, because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Please enter your...
You got to love it.
Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
Okay, good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope you're feeling good this morning. My name is Hazik Ali, and once again, I'm reporting to you live from Atlanta, Georgia, but more importantly than that, I'm reporting to you from a different state of mind. This morning, we talking about, you know, sometimes we talk heart set, sometimes we talk skill set. Today, we're talking about mindset. You know, our technique of the week, right, has to do with you being able to discover their personality types. I realize that some of you don't have what we put in the 90-day challenge section. So if you don't have that yet, then register for our newsletter. And today at some point, I'm going to send out the vocabulary piece that goes with the technique of the week. You know, for those that don't know, the technique of the week is just for you to reach out to somebody that you know on some level and try to discern their personality type from the 3 questions that we give you. Those 3 questions make someone really let out where they're coming from in terms of their mindset. And as we know, we have winter, spring, summer, and fall, all right? Organizers, socializers, empathizers, and analyzers. And the whole idea here is if you ask them these 3 questions that are our technique of the week, you know, the first question is, what do you do for a living? And you can chop it up with them about that. Somebody give me that in the comments. What do you do for a living? The second question is, what do you do for fun? Somebody give me that in the comments. What do you do for fun? Right? And then the third question is, what do you like about that? What makes you love that so much? You know, and you can ask them that about both questions. Why do you love what you do for a living? You know, or what parts do you love about it and why? Okay. And then the second one is, what do you love about your hobby? What parts of it do you love and why? And let me tell you something. When they start responding to you and they start using these certain vocabulary words that I'm going to lay out for you, it's going to change your life, because you're not only going to understand how they think about things. What you're going to mess around and understand is how you need to be communicating with them. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So make sure you join the newsletter. Go there and put your name and your email address in there. That's right, man. That's right. You got to think about it. If they talk that way, then that's how they listen. Right? If they talk that way, that's how they listen. And if you're dealing with a spring personality, then they're going to talk in a lot of emotion words. They're going to talk in a lot of emotion words, right? Accommodate, nurture, effort, benefit. If they're a summer personality, they're going to talk in a lot of excitement words, you know, different, roam, risk, adventure, daredevil, explore, interesting, active, dynamic. That's how they're going to talk when they start answering those questions you gave them. If they're a winner personality, they're going to say stuff like leverage, authority, dominate, you know what I mean? Lucrative, profits, you know, I make money, you know, I'm the man, I'm the one, man, they know I'm that chick, right? Y'all know how y'all be talking if you a winner. If you're a fall personality, then when you answer those questions, you're going to say stuff like figures, information, statistics, you know, judgment, data, you know, examine, right? Investigate. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? All right. So make sure you join the newsletter. I'll send you something on that. I'll send you something on that through the Entrepreneurship newsletter. So make sure you join. But today we talking about character, y'all. Today we talking about character, because at the end of the day, we ain't just looking to improve ourselves. We're looking to improve ourselves, right? And we know improving ourselves is going to make the sales come in. Money's going to come easily, frequently, and in all kinds of ways, as long as we continue to build the kind of personality that don't push it away. The kind of personality that keeps the blessings flowing. We don't want to self-sabotage ourselves. We don't want to burn bridges. We don't want to have weak character. And so what I decided to talk about this morning, and I need you to help me out and share this in the messenger group, share this with somebody you care about. This morning, we're talking about character, because what we got to lean on is not just all the you know, holy books through the ages, et cetera, so forth, but we also have different wise men, right, who have chosen to study philosophy and study, you know, integrity, and study how to develop oneself so that one can be of stronger character, the way these people are studying chemical engineering, or the way this one's studying how to flip burgers at the fast food joint. What I'm saying is we are all experts at something. And if you want to quicken your learning curve, one of the best ways to do it is learn from somebody who's been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. I'm saying all that to say that's why we're quoting Jim Rohn this morning. The way he always put it is, if you miss one of these 6 areas that we're about to give you, you'll find a weak link in your character. You'll find your leadership's undoing. All this time you've been like, why won't people follow me? Why can't I build a team of people who are actually good at what they do? Why can't people who have power follow me the way I follow people with power? Like, what's going on? I'm going to tell you, a lot of times it's your character. A lot of times it's your character. So I'm going to give you these 6 different sort of sections to look at. I want to invite you to rank yourself from 1 to 5. I want to invite you to rank yourself. Give yourself a score. No one can judge you for that score. But 5, if you're straight up millionaire minded with it, right? And then 1, if you're like, man, what is the definition of that? I barely understand it. Now, I know most of you are going to give yourselves a 3. I want to caution you to stay away from the 3. I want you to make a decision about whether this is a category you need more help in, or this is a category you cool as a fan. So stay away from 3. Stay away from the middle of the road. I want you to either give yourself the credit for having power in this category, or I want you to give yourself the responsibility to change it. Number 1 is integrity. Number 1 is integrity. Here's the first one, integrity. Vivian, I know you ain't give yourself a 5 in advance. I know you didn't. What is integrity, y'all? We hear this word all the time. What is integrity? You know, it's a good catchword, right? Integrity is really similar to the word character, but what it does is it gives us a different way to look at the idea of character. Because when you look at the root of the word integrity, what you're talking about is wholeness. You're talking about undivided. And that's an incredible way to help us understand what integrity really means. It's an undivided life. It's a life that's whole. For example, you don't act one way in one situation and then a completely different way in a different situation. There is integrity and wholeness to your life. The way a man does anything is the way a man does everything. But you recognizing that with intention and therefore fixing your flaws when they show up in these areas that you could just blame it on circumstances. You could just blame it on environment. You could just blame it on the experience that you're going through. But check it out. Once you remember that the way a woman does anything is the way a woman does everything, it'll help you stop living a divided life. You'll start to be more whole. You'll start to find yourself more in alignment. You know how it goes. Sometimes we're nicer to strangers than we are to our loved ones. You know, think about it. Think about it. The ones that put up with all our crap, we take it all out on them because they're a convenient target sometimes. But that's not integrity. That's not wholeness. I'm just giving you something to think about this morning. Because another use for the word integrity that gives insight to us is when you think of it in terms of a physical structure, a wall or a building that's strong and has no cracks. We say that wall has integrity. Isn't that interesting? Well, the same thing could be said for incredible leaders. Somebody give me integrity and a share. Somebody give me integrity and a share. Somebody give me integrity, wholeness, right? Undivided, right? And then give me a share. Wholeness. We're talking about when you're undivided. Listen to me, man. When people sense that, and this shows up in so many of the techniques we teach. You know how one of the ways we teach you to build trust is to share something about your product or service that they won't like and share it in advance. Why? Because now you're not undivided. Now it's whole. They sense integrity because you're giving them the 360-degree view, right? Somebody give me integrity and a share. And then share that thing. Appreciate that, Dennis. Give me the word integrity and a share. That's right, Shantae. That's right, Vivian. That's right. Yeah, tell them, Mrs. Gomes. Yeah, where do you rank yourself in integrity? Where do you rank yourself in integrity? All right, Dennis. All right, here's the second one I got for you. Here's the second one I got for you. Honesty. Honesty, millionaires. Man, let me tell you something. Do you know that people are honest so rarely that just the act of, Warren Buffett said it. He was like, honesty is a priceless gift. So don't expect it from cheap people. Y'all heard that one before? Everybody says that honesty is the best policy. The way Jim Rohn used to say it is that honesty is the only policy. And if you think about it, why do people kind of hold back the truth? 9 times out of 10, it's fear. 9 times out of 10, it's fear. They're either afraid of the ramifications of something, or they're trying to hide something that they don't think other people can handle, right? We're all scared that no one knows the real us, and if they found out, they wouldn't like us. We're all scared on some level that if people knew the real us, then they wouldn't like us. We're all scared on some level that if people knew the real us, I'm talking about the one that we display behind closed doors, the one we display when it's dark, the one we display when nobody's looking. We all feel like if something, this is Freud, this ain't Hazik. This is Nietzsche. This ain't Hazik, right? Nietzsche. This is Nietzsche. This isn't Hazik. What I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, a lack of honesty results in you trying to destroy the trust of the people who follow you. Because if you don't trust yourself, we automatically feel like, well, why should we trust you? We can sense you don't have the confidence in yourself. We can sense you don't have the confidence in your own words. We can sense you don't have the confidence in your own commitments because we sense that you don't believe yourself. What we're saying is, if you tell them the truth at this point, and they know that you've lied before, now they're like, man, if he'll lie to them, right? Do you know that's the same way it works with you? In my book, I talk about like how you set that alarm clock, you know, and then you hit the snooze button. You know, it feels so small to you until you realize that now you've lied to yourself because you told yourself you were going to wake up at this certain time. And then the alarm goes off and you completely disregard that commitment. What happens when it's time for you to look in the mirror and say, we're going to get rich? Or look in the mirror and say, man, enough with these cigarettes. Or look in the mirror and say, I'm ready to lose weight. The reason that Jim Rohn said honesty is the best policy is because it's not really about the scale image. It's about the self-image. It's not really about that bank account. It's about how you hold yourself accountable. And we're going to get to that in a minute. But what I'm saying to you is that what if you decided to take on a policy of extreme honesty this morning? Now, it's easier said than done, but what if you chose to I love that honesty, Mama Mahasan. I love that transparency. Where do you rank yourself on honesty, y'all? Where do you rank yourself on honesty? This ain't the time to be trying to impress somebody else, right? Your reputation is what your leadership is based on. You ever been in a relationship where you were trapped in dishonesty? Man, I'm so thankful for my lady, because I'm gonna tell you something. Honesty is not our problem. But have you ever been in a relationship like that? I'm so thankful for my business partners because honesty is not a problem. I think I told them the other morning, like, man, I'm so thankful that I can trust y'all. I'm so thankful that I don't have to expend energy watching my front and my back. I'm so thankful to have people around me who think about me when I'm not around. Millionaires, when we're honest and we live transparently in front of our followers, in front of the people who give us the gift of influence over their lives, they're able to see us for who we are. You hear me? Now they're able to make solid decisions to follow us because we're making solid decisions to share with them what's going on. We're making solid decisions to be honest about our efforts to improve. Man, we're becoming the kind of person that we can count on. So now we're becoming the kind of person that they can count on. Am I making sense? Give yourself a ranking on that honesty one and then give me a share. And we're going to move on. I still got 4 more for you. We're going to have to speed this up. So you know, let's get into it. Yeah, what's cracking, Damon? Okay. All right. Man, appreciate that transparency. That's a king talking right there. Appreciate that transparency. That's a king talking right there. Listen, man, the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Here's number 3, y'all. Loyalty. If you're talking about good character, loyalty. What do we mean by this loyalty thing? We use the word loyalty, but you know what's a better word for it? Commitment. Commitment. People of good character are loyal people. But what does that mean? Does that mean that they stick around in toxic situations? Does that mean they stick around in places where it's going to harm them? You know, is this old Russian billionaire. He was talking about how, you know, there's this old Russian fable about how, you know, everybody has a certain amount of salt. All the water you drink, every body of water has a certain amount of salt. And so the only way to get through this life is to make yourself so big, so massive on the inside, okay, that you can absorb the salt and barely. And he was like, who got time for that? I just decided to start liking the salt. What do I mean by this? Why am I telling you this story, right? Because a lot of times we are immature enough to feel that, what's the best way to put it? What I'm trying to say is this. Everybody knows in human nature that people are going to fail. Everybody knows when you take those vows, right? It's for better or for worse. Everybody knows human nature. Everybody knows it's just a matter of time, no matter how talented somebody is, right? But a person of good character is staying with their friends even in the down times. And what happens is, instead of you getting to the point where it's like, oh my God, I wish I could find some body of water that's perfect and doesn't have salt. What you do is you get so big, you learn to enjoy the salt. You're not trusting people to be perfect. You're not having the expectation that people are perfect. You're trusting people to be exactly who they are. And if you're choosing them to be in your circle, then it's about acceptance. It's about compassion. It's not about control. Control comes from a place of fear and ego, because somewhere inside yourself, you think you won't be able to handle yourself if you can't handle that other person. But let me tell you, acceptance, compassion, that comes from a place of self-esteem that says, no matter what happens, I'm going to be all right. I'm really here to help your behind. You get what I'm saying to you? Anybody can be friends with somebody during good times. People of good character understand that when people deserve love the least is when they need it the most. People want to follow leaders who are going to stretch them beyond where they are. But check it out, though. People want to find leaders that also allow them to be comfortable, right? Allow them to try, be comfortable failing. Yeah. We want to be stretched, but also we've got to realize, you know, yes, we want to stretch our people, but we've also got to realize that they're going to stretch through the actions they take that are imperfect. But if you come with frustration instead of compassion, you're going to stunt their growth. That's not loyalty. But when we're loyal to our followers, they'll be loyal to us. They'll make every effort to succeed on our behalf because they feel like now they're doing it for you as well. They feel like they're doing it for the team as well. They feel like they're now in that superhuman place where we're all willing to do more for others than we are for ourselves. Is that a fact? I mean, they even teach you in persuasion that, you know, one of the ways you can get people to like you is to get them to do a favor, either for you or for somebody else, because subconsciously they form a bond with you automatically. Well, listen to me. You can give yourself the advantage of that when you create a loyalty to your people, because now all of a sudden they're loyal to you. I mean, we don't like Donald Trump, man, but I'm going to tell you, man, this dude was a textbook study on how you create unfailing loyalty. When the people really feel like you're loyal to them, when the people really feel like you're willing to stand up in the face of certain adversity, to speak up in a way that they feel on their heart, they feel loyal to you because they feel like you're loyal to them. There are few things that strengthen that bond between a follower and a leader than when a leader shows loyalty to a follower who's in need. Why you think Hurricane Katrina, they gave this money away, like $1 million, right? But then they spent $5 million telling everybody they gave away $1 million because they want to create loyalty among the donor base. You get what I'm saying to you? Give yourself a ranking on loyalty. Not just the normal nuances where we're like, I remember this time I stayed in some hellish relationship, or I stayed working for a horrible boss because I was with. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how loyal are you to a cause? We don't mean loyalty, and what we mean is laziness. You hear what I mean? Some of us confuse loyalty and lazy. We say we're I'm not talking about lazy. I'm talking about loyalty. I'm talking about you're moving forward towards the mission, whether they're ready or not, whether they having a bad day or not. You're pushing. All right, here's number 4. Here's number 4. Here's number 4. Loyalty is an action word, y'all. Here's number 4. Just like love. Here's number 4. Self-sacrifice. I'm gonna hurry up, man. We got 3 more to get through, and we running low. Self-sacrifice, y'all. It's another trait of good character. You know, Lee Iacocca is famous for bringing Chrysler back from the brink of destruction. Chrysler is now Chevy, Dodge, you know, but it started off as Chrysler, right? And Lee Iacocca was this real famous executive, and he took the company over. But his whole play was that when he came on, he was going to take only $1 a year in pay. That was self-sacrifice. They were on the edge of bankruptcy. You know, this is one of the major employers in our whole country, and they were about to go out of business. So what did Lee Iacocca do? He showed his understanding of and his ability to empathize with an average line worker, somebody who's just working in a factory. Here he is, this big dog. But when he showed this self-sacrifice, it helped him build this insanely loyal following, this incredible cult-like following, and it built Chrysler into one of the world's most powerful car companies. But it all started at the top. What is it about self-sacrifice, y'all, that breeds followers? Well, it's because, listen to me, we all know that we got a couple things we can count on. One, we make horrible decisions, right? You're like, not me, Hazik, you know? Never mind. I ain't gonna go there. But the divorce rate says otherwise, right? We make horrible decisions, right? And 2, all hell always breaks loose, right? So what are we really looking for when we buy something? Are we buying this product? Are we buying this service? No, we're normally buying the brand. We're normally buying the person. One or the other. And a lot of times a person is the brand, right? Or these people represent the brand. What am I saying here? What I'm saying is when a leader is so forward thinking as to show self-sacrifice, we now don't mind laying in their hands because they've shown that they'll even put themselves second to making sure that we are covered when we make that bad decision or when all hell breaks loose. I'm just showing you the psychology behind it. When they witness you doing this, they can't help but follow you because they're like, self-respect dictates I get behind this person because they're going to have my back. When that happens, y'all, they don't care if you make more money. You hear me? They don't care even if you're being used for personal gain. I mean, see Donald J. Trump, right? What you do when you create this kind of mental construct, right? A person of good character or who shows these good character traits, because keep in mind, you showing the traits is not the same as you having it. You get what I mean? That's what makes this stuff so dangerous because the devils amongst us are able to display these traits. You got to think about it, y'all. If good intentions matter, if putting the people's best interest in mind mattered, could con artists even function? But what you've got to do is understand that these traits are what people are looking for. And a lot of times, because you have good intentions, you don't work on these traits. You're like, at the end of the day, I know I'm a good person. I know they're just going to feel me. You almost feel entitled to it. But I'm telling you, what you have to do is sometimes be the Red Cross. You got to be Donald Trump. You have to make sure you put it on display for people. I hope I'm not being too deep this morning, yo. I'm just trying to keep it real. Give me a score on number 4, and then give me a share. I got 2 more for you. We got to hurry up. We got to hurry up because it's almost time to go do our affirmations. We got to hurry up. Here's number 5. Here's number 5. Man, good stuff. Good stuff. You should be following us on YouTube, Facebook user. Come to YouTube. What's up, Miss Brown? All right, here's number 5, accountability, y'all. Accountability. Somebody give me an accountability and a share. Accountability. People of good character don't mind accountability. In fact, they welcome it, right? Because allowing others, the act of allowing others to have a say in your life, to speak to you straight about your conduct, about your choices, about your life is power. Because you got to remember, to know thyself is the beginning of all knowledge. And the brutal truth is, we all got a bunch of blind spots. We need other people to show us what's going on because we can't see the picture when we inside the frame. I'm talking about when you start looking at professional sports and athletes ain't nothing but peak performance specialists. The coach be having a coach. You hear me? But what we think is that the need for accountability shows lack of character. No, the need for accountability shows the presence of character. Think about that. Where do you give yourself an accountability, y'all? I got one more to give you, but just remember, followers grow tired of leaders who have nothing to do with accountability. They're going to get sick of that. They don't mind leaders who make mistakes, right? But they do mind leaders who don't take responsibility or accountability when they make mistakes. Can I get a witness? Our followers know that we're serious about keeping our own house in order. When they know that, then it makes them feel more like relaxed, right? That means that they're going to want to lead the rest of the organization the same way because, you know, integrity and that whole, right? The way somebody does anything is the way they do everything. And that leads us to number 6, self-control. We out of here, y'all. This is the last one. But the ability to make good decisions, man, the ability to make good decisions, to stay cool as the other side of the pillow, right? About what we're going to do, what we not. And then a lot of times self-control comes down to decisions you've made. And integrity is the ability to stick. Good character is the ability to stick to those decisions you made. The more decisions you make, the less choices you have to make. Ain't that something? You know, all my Kaizenites know this past Saturday when we were on that training about habits in the Kaizen Academy. You know, we gave them the chocolate cake example. What did we learn from the chocolate cake example, Kaizenites? Somebody help me out. What did we learn from that? What's easier, y'all? 100% commitment or 98% commitment? Which one is easier? Or 97% commitment, 50% commitment? Which is the easiest one, right? When you get that piece of cake, y'all, if you haven't made a total commitment, you now have to, you got to figure out what's 2% of a piece of cake. Like, can I have a 2% piece? Hey, I'm going to order it. Help me eat it. Nah. That's why we say, any decision is better than than no decision. Any decision at all is better than no decision. A lot of times we get real good at making no decision. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Everybody has temptations, y'all, but a person of good character knows to exercise self-control, literal control over their selves, right? Their choices. They make decisions. You get me? So they don't have to make so many choices. All right, y'all. We out of here. It's 8 o'clock. Repeat after me, millionaires. Say it like you mean it.